It's no secret that Etsy is a very popular platform for people to sell and create various kinds of products, especially digital products, because they're easy and cheap to make. Plus, you can sell them over and over, which leads to making a lot of money when you sell digital products on Etsy. However, the downside to Etsy is there is a ton of competition. And the part they never tell you is it's very common for you to have to spend a lot of money on advertising just to get people to even see your product. And let's not fool ourselves. Etsy is known for having absolutely no problems over deactivating your account, often with no explanation. So today, we'll be sharing a little-known niche site where you can sell digital products to a very targeted audience. And odds are you've probably never heard anyone mention this site before. Also, make sure to stick around because at the end of the video, I'll share some tips on how you can make products to sell on the site, along with sharing an article from a prominent business website that you can use to validate everything in this video and the type of income you could potentially make. Now, for the record, I'm not promising that you'll make thousands per month, and this will take some work on your part. Although the upside is you can realistically make a couple extra $100 per month, and let's be honest, any extra income always helps out. All right, let's get into it. The site is called Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's an online marketplace where educators can buy, sell, and share their original educational products. Here's how it works. The first thing you want to do is visit the site and create a seller account. And in full disclosure, there is a one-time registration fee, so that kind of stinks and something you'll need to consider. Once you get approved, you'll need to complete your profile, which I recommend doing because it gives you more credibility. From there, the next step is to upload your product. Now, the way Teachers Pay Teachers work is the first product listed must be given away for free. The idea is they want people to get to know you first, along with the type of products you're going to be offering. So the recommendation would be to give away something simple or a product that acts as a lead magnet. After the freebie is posted, you can list all kinds of paid products. Okay, the one thing that's great about Teachers Pay Teachers is it's pretty easy to have your products rank high in search without a lot of effort, since my hunch is some people selling on this site may not be too well versed in search optimization. So make sure to put the appropriate keywords in your product title and description. Moving on, so where do you get the product ideas from and how do you create them? Well, the first step you can take is to obviously go to Teachers Pay Teachers and just look around to get a feel for the type of products the marketplace offers. For example, from the home page, if you have a specific product type in mind, you can just search for it, or you can click on any of these categories just to get an idea of where to start. For example, if we go over here to the far right, we can click on this specialty option and then physical education, which gives some interesting results. For instance, this top product has sold over 600 copies at roughly $25 per copy. Doing some quick math, you can see the author made roughly $15,000. The other place you can look for product ideas is on Etsy itself. For example, you can do a search for, let's say, learning guides, or navigate to the learning guide section found under the toys category. All right, so once you decide on the type of product you want to make, how do you create the product? Well, you can do this part for free, and let's go through a quick example. If we go back to the exercise product we looked at earlier, if we go with this concept, you can go over to ChatGPT or the AI engine of your choice and give it the following prompt by first assigning a role, then telling it what to do. In our case, we want to do something like this. Now, as a word of caution, if you're writing a story, it's a really good idea to run whatever ChatGPT gives you through a plagiarism checker because we obviously don't want to steal anything. Okay, so the next step is to ask ChatGPT to create some image prompts that we can copy and paste and then run through our preferred image generator. Once that's completed, you can go over to a free image generator program like Leonardo AI or Bing Images and paste in our prompts. Now, here's where you might need to be patient and change the prompts a bit, so give yourself some time. And the final step is to put everything together. And for that, you can use Canva or perhaps Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Now, one main question you might be asking is, do I have to be a teacher to join Teachers Pay Teachers? Well, humbly said, I've made a career of being a corporate trainer, so yeah, I think I qualify. Yet more so to the point, the real question to ask is, how do you define an educator? Alright, since you've made it this far, let me share the source and the inspiration of this video, and in the process we can validate everything that's been covered. Go to Google and do a search using this phrase, and you'll be brought to this article. Feel free to read it and form your own opinion as to this being actual proof of concept. Now, again, this is not going to make you rich overnight, and it will take some work. Yet the goal of this video was to introduce you to a relatively unknown, low competition marketplace where you can at least stand a chance of making some extra money. All right, and that'll do it. Now, before you go, feel free to check out some of these other awesome tutorials. Feel free to leave a comment below. Don't be shy about using that like and share button, and we will see you next time.